Good evening. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Project Success and to our update this evening. I'm Adrienne Dirks. I am Executive Director and founder of Project Success. And I am so excited to be here with all of you tonight and be on behalf of our staff, many of who are on this call and our board. We want to say thank you for joining us tonight. I am so excited. I may be alone, but I am in the Project Success Institute, and it still gives me chills to be in here and see all of the things that have happened in this room, that will happen in this room. And tonight we get to update you on what we have continued to do, even though we couldn't be here in this room. Project Success, some of you on this call are new to Project Success. Some of you are parents, some of you, we have students, we have alumni, we have, like I said, members of our team. And we have some people who have been longtime supporters and many community members. But some people are new to Project Success. On January 3rd, coming up, Project Success will be 27 years old. 27 years of working hard to connect students to their purpose. We've always believed that students have everything they need inside them. And what we've worked to do is provide space and support and love and tools for students to think about over time, who am I, what's out there in the world, and what future do I want to create for myself? It's been an incredible 27 years almost. Today we work with over 16,000 students and their families in the Minneapolis Public Schools. 16,000 students and their families, where we have spent these years with this great privilege of building relationships and building trust. And over our 27 years, we've worked with over 100,000 students. It's been an incredible honor and an incredible privilege, and it continues to be every day. Project Success works. Eric Moore, who is the head of assessment and evaluation in Minneapolis. Over the years, we've gotten to know him. He's done assessments with us. We've given him lots of information and said, we want to make sure that this is working. We know it is, but we want you to look at the data. And he said, Adrienne, it works. So we have a proven program. We're going to talk a little bit about that later tonight. On this call, I said we've got so many different people. We have almost 175, and we will be able to send this out to even more people. So we're really excited about that. We want to update you on Project Success. Many people since March 12th, since many of us closed our offices and went to remote work and remote learning, people have said, what are you doing? And tonight we want to update you on what that work looks like right now. Tonight, you'll have an opportunity to hear from principals, a middle and a high school principal in Minneapolis, from teachers, from students. You'll get to hear from some of our team members and see our team, our incredible team in action. You'll get to hear from Laura Garcia, who is our Director of Curriculum and Schools, who started almost 13 years ago as a facilitator in the classroom and now helps to lead our team in the curriculum, in the schools, and works with Matt Dreyer on external programs and all of our incredible managers to deliver this program. You know, we read a lot of articles, we see the news, we hear about what people say about education and kids. And I still am grateful every day that I get to work closely with a team and with students and families where you get to interact and listen and know young people on top of reading all the things we read about education and what people need. A student said the other day that I was able to talk to over the weekend, I said, how's school? She's at Franklin, and she said, it's good, it's really hard. I don't feel as connected to my peers and to my school, but I'm working at it. So tonight you'll get to hear from people actually doing that work, which is a huge gift. March 12th, when, like I said, when we all went remote, one of the things we knew right away was that students were still going to need to think about their future, to dream about their future. That students would still need love and support and connectedness. And we also knew, as we always do, that students are strong and resilient, and they think about their dreams, and they know who they are, and they think about the future that they want. That wasn't going to change after March 12th. We knew that that work had to continue. The other thing that we knew and we thought of right away is, first of all, asking ourselves the question of, what is the role that Project Success plays, and what can we continue to play, knowing that there will still be that need? And one of the things we knew right away is that our biggest asset continued to be, would be even more, is connecting students to their purpose. What would be critical to that is relationships and trust. They know our facilitators, they know our managers. Students and families know for many years our coordinators who call them on the phone and see them at events and see them in the Institute. So we knew we had to keep our team together for now and for in the future. I'm so proud of the work they've done. I'm so proud that we have pivoted and built. One thing Laura said, and I heard the team saying as they were planning, is we can't just slap virtual on things. We're going to have to rebuild and pivot and make sure that this work is true to who we are and is impactful. So we're going to start tonight with a video of highlights of what we're doing in the program. Then we're going to hear from Laura Garcia, our Director of Schools and Curriculum, who will give a little deeper look into some of the specific things we've been doing this fall. But with that, I'd like to share the video. So let's take a look. For 26 years, Project Success has been helping students connect to their purpose. How are we going to inspire, instill hope, create master classes or workshops or lessons virtually? What can we do? What's our part while students are home to connect to them and continue to help them connect to their purpose?
Welcome back to another school year and another year with Project Success. Although your classroom looks a little different this year, we here at Project Success are still here for you and are excited for everything in store this year.
Welcome to Project Success's Cooking Certificate. So we meet every Wednesday night, and if you have found us, then you are in the right place. That's perfect. That's perfect. Look at these.
My name is Andy, and welcome to Online Arts with Project Success. Today, our focus is on American Sign Language theater. While we engage with this very unique and powerful form of art, we will be exploring the idea that theater is for everybody and every body.
We here at Project Success love going on college tours. 2-year school, 4-year school, private school, public school, in-state, out-of-state, big school, small school, all schools. And all to help you, our wonderful student, find the right place and to make the right choice for your future.
My Project Success facilitator, Nahida, really was someone who encouraged me and supported me and helped me in the classroom and outside of the classroom.
At HBCU, we are a very, very diverse population. We welcome students to the university every year from across the country and around the world.
And all of you to start thinking about what are the values that resonate with you. So what we're going to have you do is on a piece of paper, or it could be the same paper from before, a new piece, or maybe even on the back of the last one, but for you to write down 15 values that connect you. Remember, you can come back to that big list of values in your Google Classroom.
Welcome to Musicals 101. In this series, you'll have the chance to learn about some basic elements of theater. If you've ever been curious about the place where the action happens, Jeffrey is here to give you some helpful tips and terminology so that you can have confidence on stage.
I want to preach full of love. Efforts are all shine our lights just like the stars of the night sky. I want us to be just like the stars. Let's show our light. Let's make the sky beautiful. Because the night sky is nothing without beautiful shining light.
Project Success coordinated the efforts of many partners, including the Friends, to bring the BWCA to their students in a BWCA Adventures Minneapolis edition. It is my pleasure to introduce our Conservation Award winner this year, to Adrienne Dirks, Executive Director of Project Success.
Local nonprofit that typically teams up with the Vikings to send kids on a trip to Washington, D.C. had to cancel their trip this year. They decided to bring history to kids right at home. Our Hannah Flood shows us how they're finding ways to inspire and motivate kids virtually.
I'm Alana, head flight attendant. On behalf of Project Success and our entire crew, welcome PS Connections. Duration for today's flight is going to be from September through December 2020. Kick back, relax, and enjoy being aboard PS Global Connections.
Safar Wanaxen Merdoes Arkena.
Espero que tengan un buen viaje y hasta pronto.
Bujonka.
Szczęśliwa w płci. Anzena Fabi.
Buon viaggio.
Success can look many different ways and maybe different every day. And Project Success has many different ways for you to continue to dream big, connect to your community, and connect to your purpose. Head to our website for some exciting virtual opportunities, and then reach out and tell us, how are you feeling successful right now? And remember, we are all here for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Adrienne, and thank you all for being here today. I am honored to be among you all and share with you how we have continued throughout this pandemic to connect with students and to their purpose. As you saw in the video, we have 8 programs within our 4 larger components in art, institute, expeditions, and curriculum. As we met with our principals and teachers in August, they told us that we were needed now more than ever. Students' lives were being halted and disrupted literally, and their dreams for their futures were being affected quickly. So we knew we didn't want to take too much time to plan and to develop. We needed to act now. So we created opportunities where students could still connect to their future and connect to their purpose by accessing our opportunities. I'm going to share with you today just 3 programs that required us to shift and flip and innovate and to meet students where they were at. At the end of last summer, I began to meet with principals to learn more about what they anticipate their students will need. And we knew that transitioning from elementary to middle school already can be a very complex, scary, and confusing time for most students, and even more challenging, making that transition through distance learning. So we put our heads together and we developed a program called DIG, Dream, Ignite, Grow. And we used a plant as a metaphor for motivating students to take care of themselves and their year, just like they would a plant. You know, a plant needs water, it needs sun, it needs dirt to grow, but that's not all. It also needs attention, it needs focus, it needs care. But that can be hard to maintain every day. And so there might be times where a student forgets to turn in an assignment or forgets to write their name on something, or just one day doesn't feel motivated to do the work. And that can happen the same. You know, a plant can start to wilt and you wonder why. You know, you try a bunch of different things and you still don't know why it's not growing. And that can be very similar to how it is being in a new school, a new environment. So this year it was very important that we started it off with, how can you be successful? Knowing that just like a plant, you're not doomed. You just keep coming back. You come back the next day, you give it a little bit extra water, you put it in a different location in your house, and you give it what it needs. Our teachers and our principals loved that concept. And so we were able to do this workshop with many students, many middle school students. We also felt that it was important for them to have the experiential part. So we mailed them 1,500 plants to 1,500 students at the beginning of the year. And they are still taking care of those plants today. In a traditional year, we can take up to 150 students on a global experience to places like London, France, Mexico, Boston, and DC. And this last spring, our global experiences to Mexico and DC were canceled due to COVID-19. And however, we didn't want to stop connecting students with other parts of the world. So we created a program with our global experiences called Pen Pal Connections. The minute we sent that email, we had over 130 students register for that program, and we still have more students on the wait list. We have students who are in 6th grade all the way to 12th grade who are literally at this moment forming connections with other students in parts of Senegal, Mexico, Brazil, France, and more. We know that getting to know someone who lives in another part of the world is how you build global citizens to create a better world. And then finally, I want to talk about the Project Success Institute. Our institute hosts certificate classes 4 nights a week in financial literacy, in coding, creating musical theater, and of course, our cooking certificate. We had tremendous interest from our students again this trimester, and cooking has been a huge, huge hit with close to 40 students signed up for our 10-week program. Normally, our students are able to come and we provide them the resources in order to cook alongside their fellow peers. But of course, during COVID-19 at home, if we want to teach them a cuisine, they might not have those ingredients in their home. So we created a PSTU. We delivered to their door ingredients, groceries, so that they can, with the right ingredients, learn the different cuisines week after week after week. Students love it. They're cooking for their family. They're cooking on their own. And that is where we started to see students want to keep connecting. They want to keep seeking opportunities. And it was our job to not give up and to continue planning and innovating and creating those opportunities. So I think the best people for you to hear how our programs have really impacted them are our teachers and our students. So I really hope you enjoy this next video, hearing their own genuine testimonials about our program. Thank you.
During this COVID time, it's been kind of tough, not having that face-to-face contact with students to develop relationships is hard. And instead, we have some floating heads on the screen, as well as trying to figure out the technology that is going to engage students to get them where they need to be academically and emotionally and socially.
I completely agree with everything you said. And I'm just going to add that it has been hard to keep the kids engaged and motivated. That I feel like they are really, like you said, they're really missing that person-to-person connection. And I think a lot of what drives them is the school community.
Always seen their role super important, especially in middle school. Middle school students are really grappling with, who am I? What is my identity? How am I going to explore that? And I feel like Project Success has helped them navigate through that with a lot of their programs that they have outside of school and also within the classroom.
Gives me opportunities to step away from the curriculum and get to know our students as people and get to see them work together and get to see them, try to achieve goals with one another. And it lets us be a participant so that we can get to know our classes in a different way than we do when we are in the instructor role. It also honestly has given me some awesome ideas for interactive activities with our kids that I wouldn't have thought of otherwise. So watching some of the programming that they write and some of the reflection opportunities that they give the kids has really helped me as a teacher.
I'm here today to talk about Project Success. We have partnered with Project Success for many years, and it's a partnership that we really believe in. It does a lot for us and for our students here.
What I love best about Project Success and what it's really always meant for us is engagement and connection for our students. It's a very comprehensive way of meeting students where they are, helping them learn to think about their future and plan for their future, to get sort of a window into the world in ways that they maybe wouldn't have had the opportunity to do. Now that we're in distance learning, what Project Success means for us is really the same thing: engagement and connection. Remotely, Rose, our amazing Project Success facilitator, has been able to be in our classrooms helping students with activities that connect them to one another. Even though these times sometimes feel a little hopeless, there's this connection to the future and to the hope of future that Project Success is still able to bring to our students.
I don't know like the modern day Anwatan without Project Success. It is just a part of our culture. I can't imagine Anwatan without it. And then through the course of this is my 5th year of my 5 years at Anwatan, it's like every year this new nugget that Project Success like secretly does for us pops up. Like they do this, they not only do they come and do a play, like an amazing play in our beautiful auditorium, but then all of our literacy classes get spoken word or something that engages students around literacy and identity. And then they do a big old canoe trip in like outdoor winter or wilderness adventure for our 7th graders, or, it's just like, there's just always something that's coming that is, great for our kids. And that's what middle school is all about, if not life is all about. But then there's the pandemic and we all don't know what's next. And we have these things that are planned with Project Success. And it's like, okay, well, that's out the window. And then all of a sudden it's not. And like the partnership continues and you shift gears and totally come in and partner with us and figure out what's another way in which in this new platform, in this new place that we are, that we can engage students around meaningful activities that are, that build on their identity, on student identity, and are age appropriate. And, the most important thing right now are engaging. There has never been a time where I felt like Project Success comes in and says, this is what we're doing and this is how we're doing it. There's always a collaboration. I am a somewhat out of the box thinker, and social justice and anti-racist work is really important. Whenever I bring that forward, I feel like your Project Success listens and is trying to do adjustments within. Theater has not always been the most, well, nothing has really been Black or Brown centered, but has really had that kind of lens of, what's an inclusive experience. And I think that Project Success has always stood by that and then really worked on that kind of inclusive, that just how to be more inclusive. And then also thinking about, the diversity of our student body and how to include that. I just feel like it's a partnership that we're listened to, that, really thinks about the development and the needs of our students. And then there has never been a time that a teacher or educator has ever come and said, we don't want Project Success. It's more like, when's the next time? If a school is looking for a partnership with an organization that really models relationships and connectedness and individuality and identity development and character development and really truly being a part of something greater than themselves, Project Success is a great partnership to go with.
I really like it. I think that it's fun to learn. I mean, I feel like cooking is kind of like an essential skill. Like once you're living on your own, if you only make PB&J, I mean, it's just not very good. And also, like, they don't really teach it in school. So I think that is good to do this. And I also really I like getting things in the mail and stuff. So when people they come and I'm like, oh, and it's like a mystery package kind of because I don't really know what's in it. So yeah.
My mother said it would help me. The three things she always wanted me to do is, be financially stable, have a good education and be able to do the sports I want all at the same time. Knowing that this class will help me out with that, it's going to help me get a job. Yeah, I really like this class. It takes a lot out of my day. I don't get to do a lot of what I do, but, it's worth it.
Really actually enjoy it. I'm learning a lot from this class, and it's really gonna help me, cause since I don't have a job yet, and I'm willing to find a job. So when I have a job, I'm gonna use what I learned from this class, what I need to list and how to budget my own money and how to put it in the bank. So yeah, I'm learning a lot from this class, and also it's really fun to see other kids from different school too. So it's really fun to get to know everybody because right now we're stuck in quarantine at home, and we get to see many faces that every day. So it's really good to know that there's project success supporters out there, and there's teachers out there who's willing to do this for us, and I really enjoy it. So thank you guys.
Okay, what? Wow. Many of you know me on this call. I want to hug people. I want to scream. And parts of me want to cry because look at that. Look at that work and look at our young people. And I am just so proud of that work. And I know a lot of our team is on this call, and our students from the Institute and students that have come on our global safaris in distant learning. That's an update. I keep thinking about some of the threads of I've heard this before, and I keep looking and I'm like, the words engagement and connectedness and the need for inspiration and identity, thinking about our identity. So powerful. Thank you, Lauda, and thank you to all of our principals and students and teachers that spoke with us and shared tonight. Whenever we see this work and when we're in it, we know project success works. Eric Moore recently said, GPA is the greatest predictor for success in his research and his work. He said, Adrienne, the things you all are doing, from the Boundary Waters to the musicals, to the in-class workshops, to the college tours, to the institutes, we are seeing increase in GPA, not once, but year over year. So tonight we wanted to give you an update, give you a peek into what we've been doing. So many of you have helped make this work possible. A huge thank you. Your investment has paid off. It will pay off. It is making a difference. So tonight is to update you and thank you. If you have not given yet, if you have not invested in Project Success yet, we need you and we invite you to help us with this work and to give to us. Some people say, and a good question, what would be different? What's different if we give, people volunteer, they give in kind. We have individual donors. We have alumni that I see every month that still give, students that I knew, which was a long time ago that I worked with in class, $10 a month. It matters. We got a gift recently of $100,000 to help us continue to keep our team and our staff intact. Every dollar, every in-kind gift, every volunteer hour matters, and we only do this work because of you, because of our partners, and because of the generosity of our community. So I think what you saw tonight is that when you give and if you've contributed in any way, you make a difference. I keep thinking about, Lauda was just telling me that we were confirming every facilitator is now live streaming in the classroom. That is incredible. The safari that students join on a Saturday, up to 60 students, and they're live seeing animals in South Africa, and they can ask questions to the people leading that. Lastly, I'm just going to say, because we are going to end right on time, is that people have asked too, what are basic needs right now? And I think you heard that from all of our partners. We all, human beings, our students, our families, our community, we need connectedness and love and to be inspired. And our students are incredible. They are strong. They are resilient. And with your support and with your investment, we will continue to invest in our students, to support their dreams and their futures, and to deliver quality programming of excellence. Lastly, we were just given a $30,000 match that we can use up until December 31st. We are incredibly grateful. Several individuals came forward and said, we want others to be able to give and double their gift. So we're announcing that tonight. Lastly, a heartfelt thank you to everyone on this call who is part of our team, who does this work, to our students, to our alumni. I am sending you a virtual hug, a ton of appreciation and gratitude. And thank you. Thank you for joining us tonight. Be in touch. We will be in touch with you. And I want you to know our numbers, our emails are all on our website. Reach out if you want to talk more. Be well, and thank you for joining us tonight.